listening to Living with ADHD and CPTSD, available on Apple and wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome everybody to a bonus podcast of Living with ADHD and CPTSD. So I'm going to do some processing with a part. I have been working with this part for a while and it has been kind of difficult to get through and get a response from. But it is extremely important for me to gain this part's trust because it is a part that's been, I guess you could say, getting blended, like the adult getting blended with this and getting triggered numerous times. Now the thing is I have anxiety as an adult, but I also have childhood anxiety, which is the child part. So I have an anxiety part that plays along in the same theme. The difference is that the child part that is known as anxiety part is a very immature and not a very well behaved part. He was born at a time when I had to learn how to deal with the unknowns. Discipline from my father, my mother, school. There was all sorts of things that needed to be worked on. And as the child part came to be, he was a very devious, manipulative, lying kind of part that tried to do anything it can to stay out of trouble and avoid discipline. So to protecting the child. So we're going to do that. Okay, so I have worked with this part before in the past. All right, so just to update you to know who he is, this is a child part that is about 6-7 years old. He was born when I was at that age, and his name is anxiety part. And his goal is to protect me when things are kind of up in the air. And when something has gone wrong, like if I've done something by accident, I broke something, or I've, as a child, get into trouble often because of my mischievous behavior and that need to explore and to do things and try things and, like be a child or be a kid, he would come up and would find a way. He's a very smart part, but he's also limited because he's only a child of 6 to 7 years of age. So he's not a very mature part. He's not a very well-defined part of me. He's just someone who's always found a way to get, or has tried to get away with what he's done, or to avoid the ultimate punishment. He still comes around when I realize that there is something that I have done that, happens from just being absent-minded, not paying attention, not focusing, kind of doing a half job, or having distractions along the way. And he comes along to come up with a way of getting around it, or excusing himself, or manipulating the truth so that he won't get into trouble, or the adult won't get into trouble. I'm going to feel his feelings now. I'm going to experience him. I'm going to feel what he is and who he is, and be with the part through this time. see if I could understand and express the emotions that he's feeling. So this part, he feels very anxious, obviously, and he's scared, and he worries all the time because he thinks that if I don't tell the truth, or if I don't, admit to what's happened or say sorry, that I'm not in the wrong. And also that he's protecting me from punishment because he thinks that if I can avoid the punishment, that I will feel better in the end, and that the relationship between me and the punisher, the person who's applying the discipline, won't be angry. Because he doesn't understand that a parent, when he gets angry at a child, is only angry for a short period of time and is not going to stay angry, and is not going to permanently hate that kid or not want to have that child anymore in their lives. And this anxiety part doesn't realize this. He doesn't know any better. He thinks that this is a permanent anger, and there's that possibility that he's going to be abandoned and that won't be loved anymore. So he feels very scared and worried, and he feels very excited and very hard to trust people. He's a very skeptical, and he's not a very brave. Well, he's very brave. Sorry, he's a very brave part, but he also has the bravery and the logic of a 6-7-year-old child, which is not very much. It's a very limited range of abilities that this child has. I feel his sadness and his scared feelings. I see him being very worried, and he's excited, and I understand. He's the type of child that is only trying to do what's best. He doesn't want to have punishment anymore. He doesn't want to feel pain. He doesn't want to cry anymore. He wants to be able to have a happy, free, fun life, and to play, and to have fun, and to giggle and laugh and run and be free and play hockey whenever he wants, and to go out to the park and play on the swings and to play in the grass. He wants to have a good time. He wants his father to understand him and to allow him to do things that might not always be right. He wants him to be able to let him have a life without fear. I am so very sorry that you feel that way, that you don't feel that you are free. You feel overwhelmed, and you feel extremely anxious, and you don't know what you don't know what's going to happen. You are constantly sitting around, watching over your shoulder. You worry. There are signs of stress, and there are signs of fear and sadness. You think to yourself, just once, maybe I won't have to worry about this. It's hard to live in a situation where anything that you do, even if it's by accident, will get you into trouble. Times like this makes you feel like you don't know what to think, that you're afraid to be honest, because honesty doesn't always get you what you're asking for, which is to be believed and to be listened to and to not be hurt and to not be disciplined aggressively and violently. It's not right. It is not fair. A child can't escape. A child can't run. All a child can do is beg for forgiveness and beg to be let go. It's a tough life for a child that's living in a world of violence and abuse. I understand. This has made you very skeptical. It's hard to believe people. It's hard to think without second guessing yourself, without doubting the intentions of the people that you're with. I feel those feelings. I feel what you are experiencing. I'm sorry that you feel this. I'm sorry that it's hard for you. I do want you to know that you are safe, that you are no longer in danger. You are no longer facing the abuse. You no longer have to feel anxious. You are free to do as you choose. You are free to go where you like. You are free to be who you want. If you make something go wrong, or if you have an accident, if you make mistakes, it's okay to say so. There are people in your life who trust you and believe you and know that you're not a bad person. So it's okay. It's okay to admit that you're wrong. It's okay to feel scared. Let's just be there. You deserve to feel what every other kid felt when he was realizing that he's done something that could get him into trouble, or that he broke something by accident. They felt compassion and kindness and understanding. They saw reasoning. They saw that that child was just being a child. He was just having fun and goofing off and being silly like every other child at that age does. And that he didn't deserve to be treated the way he was treated. It's not right and it's not fair for him. You did a good job. You protected the child well. You protected that kid. You came and took care of him when he needed it to be. And now I'm here to take care of you. Anxiety part, you are free and you don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to be scared. I will protect you and I will take care of you. And I will show you that the world is a safe place. Today is 2022. It is no longer 1984. It's no longer 1985. It's a different time. You are in control of your life. I have the power to walk away. I have the power to leave, to avoid it. I am your protector. I am your guardian, and I will make sure that we are no longer harmed, that we're no longer in danger. That is my goal. That is my promise to you, that we are no longer going to put up with any sort of abuse. We are no longer going to put up with anything that makes us feel hurt and scared and unworthy and vulnerable. We have what we need right here. We are our own life. We are our own choices. We do this together, and I will keep you safe, and you will be never in danger again. You are a great part, and you did a wonderful job when you needed to. And I thank you for all the hard work that you've done, and you are an amazing part. You did so well when you needed to. You protected that kid so amazingly when you had to. And now it's time for me to protect you. to show you that you're safe and that it's okay. That you are okay, and that I am okay, and that I am safe, and that it is up to me to determine what happens in my life day to day. I don't have to put up with anything if I don't want to. You're a great part, and you deserve so much praise and so much joy and happiness. You deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to be loved. And you are loved and you are cared for. I am the one who is taking care of you now. Yes. That is true. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Part. Thank you for listening and trusting me and allowing me to feel your feelings. Allowing yourself to express your life, your emotions to me. Thank you for all that. Okay, that was that. So I've done step 1 and a little bit of step 2 in the 4-step processing of the structural dissociation theory model. Now, to get any kind of work that would be effective and valuable, I will need to do this multiple times. A one-time conversation and connecting with my part is not going to permanently resolve any issues. It's not going to heal just with one session. I need to do multiple sessions. But he was very open to having me talk with him and listen to him because I have done this before a number of times with this part. So this is how effective this can be. You just need to be open and hear your part's thoughts, hear their feelings. Allow yourself to be one with that part, to feel exactly what they're going through, to understand who they are, to be able to look back and see what they felt, what they saw, what they experienced. If you can do that, and if you can show that part that you truly understand what they went through, and show them a future that is safe and is good and is happy, then there's a better chance that they will trust you and then that you will begin to heal with that part. All right, that's it for this bonus podcast. There'll be more. Bye, guys.